Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today is going to be a moderate flow and we're going to move a little bit faster than we had in previous videos. So what you'll need today would be probably 1 to 2 yoga blocks and maybe a yoga strap too to help with a little bit of hamstring stretching that we're going to do at some point. So right now we're going to start out at the top of our mat with A series sun salutation. And A series sun salutation, have the feet maybe just about an inch apart or big toes touch or heels slightly apart. Soften the shoulders down, stand up tall through the top of the head. Palms together in front of heart center. And just take a moment. Complete your next exhalation. Through the nose, one more deep breath in. Starting to add your ujjayi breath. And a long, complete exhale. Next breath, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging at your hips, forward fold down. Take a flat back, inhale. Palms of the mat, we're gonna step back to a high plank and chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. First down dog, so let's just wake up the body a little bit, pedaling your heels. Maybe allow the head chest to pulse down towards the mat a little bit to wake up your shoulders. Find an extension of your spine. And then relax your heels down. As you do, turn your gaze forward. Walk, step, maybe hop your feet forward to a flat back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen to standing. And then exhale, close right away. Sweep those arms back up overhead with your inhale. Hinge at your hips, forward fold down. Flat back, inhale. Palms of the mat, step or hop back. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And deep breath out, gaze forward. Feet forward, flat back. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale to standing. Exhale, close. One more A series. Sweep those arms back up overhead. Picking up the pace. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Plant the hands, step, maybe hop back. Chaturanga right down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Gaze forward, feet forward, flat back. Fold. Lengthen to standing. Close. Good. B series. Chair pose. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Flat back. Plant the hands. Hop back. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Take your right leg, sweep it up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Warrior one pose. Step that right foot forward. Angle the back heel down. Holding warrior one just for a few breaths. Kind of settle in a little bit. Front knee and ankle in line. Right hip back, left thigh pulling forward. Firm pressure on the outer edge of that back foot. Tuck the tailbone. Take one more deep breath in. And palms of the mat, step back, vinyasa or right to down dog. Left leg right away, sweep it up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Virabhadrasana one, left side, sweep those arms up, holding. Deep breath in, palms of the mat, vinyasa. Good. Just hold for a moment in your down dog. Kind of settle in. Bring your ujjayi breath back. Gaze forward. Feet forward. Flat back. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. And we're going to forward fold right back down. Exhale. Flat back. Plant the hands. Feet go back. Chaturanga right down. Upward facing dog. Down dog, right leg, sweep it up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Warrior one pose. One breath, inhale. Back down, vinyasa. Left leg, sweep it up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Step it through, warrior one. One breath. Back down. Vinyasa. Good. Once you're in vinyasa, down dog, just hold for a moment. Smooth out your breath. Kind of just wait for everyone to meet in down dog. And then turn your gaze forward. Feet forward, flat back. Fold. Chair. Holding chair. Twist, left elbow just outside of that right thigh. Keep the hips and knees squared up. Back to chair. To the left. Back to chair. Crow pose or hold chair. If you have crow, take yourself up. If you're in crow, shoot the legs back, vinyasa. If you're in chair, forward fold, flat back, and vinyasa. We'll all meet in down dog. Good. Smooth out the breath. All right leg, sweep it up, bend the knee, open up that hip. Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior one pose. Good. Holding. Smooth out your breath, ujjayi breathing. All right, circle the arms around behind you. Interlace the fingers. Let's open up our chest. And if you can, try to get the palms together. If your shoulders are really tight naturally, keep your palms apart. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and open up your chest. All right, back heel lifted up. Okay, back foot. You're gonna push off your back foot for warrior three pose. Warrior three, balancing on this right foot. Keep the hands interlaced. Point the left toes, keep that left leg engaged, that's your floating leg. And start to hinge at that right hip, lowering your torso down a little bit, floating your left leg up a little bit higher, lifting the arms up a little bit higher for toppling tree. Breathing. Engage that floating leg, lead with the collarbones forward and down. Transition, our next pose, half moon, and there's a block right there. Use your block, open your chest up to the left, shoulders stack up, hips stack up, put a flexion in that floating leg, and use the block, it doesn't matter. Keep the weight onto that right heel. If you'd like to float that right hand away from the block, do so. If you'd like to use the floor, do so as well. Your practice today. Left leg is engaged, belly in. Breathing. Smooth out that breath. Now very slowly, with control, we're going to enter into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. To do so, start to bend that standing leg. Floating leg still engaged. Keep extending it back. And with control, you're going to step back to Virabhadrasana 2. As you settle in nice and deep. Front knee and ankle in line. All right, we're gonna give the front leg a little break. So we're gonna straighten that front leg out to reverse. Reach back. Good, extended angle. So what I'd love for you to do is at least use a block. Have that right hand on the block, 3 levels. If you can, get this right hand down to the mat, left arm up. Tuck your tailbone under, open that chest up, and keep extending your collarbones and your spine to the front of the room. Outer edge of that back foot is fully engaged. We're gonna work on the bind a little bit. So in the bind, you may need a strap. If you need this strap, that's when you're gonna take the strap into your left arm, Reach your left arm up. Your left hand has a strap. You're going to bend the left hand down so the back of the hand is touching your outer right thigh. I'm going to turn around and show you from a different direction too. Okay, so you're going to take that left hand behind you. You're going to take your right shoulder down on the inside of this right inner knee. Circle the right hand around, take hold of the strap. Have the back of the right hand touching the outer right thigh, and then walk your hands as close together as you can. Interlace your fingers, interlace your fingers. If you can take hold of that top wrist, your left wrist, take hold of that top wrist, and really open your chest up to the ceiling. Good, now turn your gaze down, holding the bind. Put a bend in your back knee. Hop your back foot forward. Bird of paradise is what we're working towards. Okay, so you have the strap, use your strap. Hold onto the wrist, hold onto the hands, hold onto the strap. But you're gonna have to put all of your weight right now into the standing foot, which will be your left foot. Engage your core, focal point down, and you're gonna lift your right thigh up. And use your strap. Give your shoulders some space to be in this pose. And in Bird of Paradise, you're welcome just to stay right here with the holding that thigh. If you want to engage, kind of get in this right hamstring. Go ahead and straighten this right leg out. Then rebend that right leg, lower the foot back down. Keep holding on your strap if you have it, which is fantastic. Give those shoulders some space. Back to our extended angle. So let's hop this left foot back into our extended angle with the bind. Open the chest up. Then we're going to take the strap off to the side. Okay. Take both hands down to the mat. Back heel's going to lift. Bend the front knee, straighten your back leg out, sink your hips and look up. And let's relax this back knee down. Flex your front toes, half pigeon pose, roll to the outer edge of that front foot. Sink this thigh down, open your chest up to your right thigh. Just stretch out that right hip a little bit more. Gently push that right thigh away from you. Good, right palm down to the mat. Pull that right thigh in. And you have the option from here, vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. So if you feel like you really need that break, kind of a shocker and you weren't expecting all that, take a break for a second. Relax. Come back to your ujjayi breath. And the ujjayi breath, lips are together. Really find that smooth ocean-like sound that you're creating in the back of your throat. Because we're going to do the left side. Good. If you're in child's pose, let's bring it back to down dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Bend the knee, open up that hip, warrior one pose. Step that foot through, angle that back heel down. Inhaling. Good. Circle your arms around behind you. Interlace your fingers. Open your chest. Back heel lifts. Warrior three. Keep those hands together. Just balancing. Point the toes. Engage that right leg. Pull the belly in and lead with the collarbones and the heart. Lengthen your spine. Lower the torso down. Float the back leg up. Arms up. Half moon pose. Release your left hand down. There's a block. Open your chest up. And try to keep the weight onto this left heel. So start to shift your weight back a little bit as you open up. Good. Warrior two pose. Standing leg, put a bend. Keep this floating leg engaged. Keep it long as you extend it back to warrior two. Good. Smooth out the breath. Try to relax the body a little bit, your face, your jaw. All right. Left leg, straighten it out. Let's just reverse our warrior into a reverse triangle. Good. Let's take an extended angle. So whatever you do on the right side, let's do the same thing on this side. So use that block. If you did on the first side, use it. Open your chest up. In your bind, maybe just take the right arm behind the, wrap it around for the inner right, the left thigh. So there's no right or wrong. If you feel like the bind is just too intense on your shoulders, hang here. Focus on this hip. Focus on opening your chest up to the ceiling without collapsing this left knee in. If you'd like to take the bird of paradise, go ahead and reach for your strap. Bend your right elbow. Place the back of that right hand to your left thigh. And you want to be able to sink this left shoulder down. Internally rotate. Grab your strap. If you can grab this right wrist, pull that right arm straight. Tuck your tailbone. Open your chest up. That's too intense on the shoulders. You have the strap. Use it. Open that chest up. Breathing. And now turn your gaze down. Back foot. Hop it forward as many times as you need to bring it all the way to the top of your mat. Just take a moment, center. And then put your weight into that right foot. Sometimes it helps too with this left foot, because this is what we're lifting. Maybe take that heel up really high. Kind of give your left arm and shoulder and everything some space to support this left leg as you lift it up. Balancing onto your right leg, turn your gaze forward. And then start to float up to standing. Good, and maybe this side might be a tighter hamstring, that's fine. Keep the knee bent. Just finding this balance is great. You can always add that extra hamstring stretch if you feel like you're ready for it. Go ahead and just straighten this left leg out. And then bend this left knee with control, so you're right back down. And again, if you have that bind, try to work your left hand to the right wrist for the bind. And then right foot, walk it back, hop it back, and open up your chest. Good, let go of the strap, let go of the hands, and let's take that right knee down to the mat, sink your hips down, half pigeon pose. Flex the left foot, roll to the outer edge, open your chest. Good, palms to the mat. Let's all just slide this left foot back. Let's just take a quick child's pose for a moment. Just a lot for a quick little flow. Wake up the nervous system a little bit. Once you do, close your eyes, soften down for a second, allow your shoulders to relax. Smooth out your ujjayi breath. And let's work our way back to a downward facing dog. Good, in your down dog, gaze forward. Let's bring our feet forward to a flat back. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Let's take a chair pose, inhale. Standing big toe hold, but to do so, peace fingers of the left hand are gonna wrap around the big toe of the left foot. If your hammies are a little tight, well, there's the strap again. Let's grab the strap, and you're gonna take that left leg straight. If you would like to try a little bit more leg strength, peace fingers of the left hand around the left big toe. Right arm reaches out, put the weight into that right foot. Pull this left knee up to the left shoulder and stand up tall. All of us push through this left heel, straighten this left leg out. Ooh. My balance is a little off on this side. Left leg, float it to the left a little bit. Try to keep this left thigh tucking under, sternum lifting. Good. Left leg back out in front of you. Let go of the left big toe. Let go of the strap. Float the leg. Crescent pose. So bend the left knee with control. Step way back. Keep the feet offset. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, square your hips up and sink a little bit deeper. Extend the arms out of the shoulders. Eagle arms, right arm underneath the left arm. Wrap your arms around. Shoulder blades down, push the elbows and forearms forward. Lift those fingers up. Good. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Hinge at your hips. You're going to balance onto this right foot again. Float this left leg up. Now, optional, stay here. Option 1. Option 2, Jiva squat. You're going to bend your right knee, bend the left floating leg knee, tap the left knee to the right calf muscle. Hold. Lengthen back up. Ooh. Left knee to chest, stand tall. Eagle pose. Cross your left thigh on top of the right. Take the full bind if you have it. Hips go back. Forearms, elbows forward and up. Left leg, float it up and plant it down next to that right leg. Release the arms to your sides, separate the feet, shake that out for a second. Let's put a little bend in both knees, hinge at your hips, fold down. Grab the opposite elbow, just kind of hang here for a second. A lot in the hamstrings, thighs, legs, hips, so kind of ease any tension that you might be feeling or sensing right now. Relax the arms. Slowly round your spine all the way up to standing. Good. Shake that out again. Okay. Other side. Chair pose. All right. Standing big toe hold. Whatever you did on the left side, now it's the right. Grab your strap. Or peace fingers around the right big toe. Left arm out. Right knee pulls up next to the right shoulder. Push through that heel. Float the leg to the right. Back out in front of you. Leg floats. Crescent pose. Open the chest. Sink. Extend the arms out of the shoulders. Left arm underneath the right. Take those elbows, forearms forward, lift them up a little bit higher on this round. Warrior 3. Jiva squat, if you did on the first side. Warrior 3. Right knee to chest, stand tall. Eagle pose. Good. Lift up and let's release and shake that out. Ooh, nice job. Probably feeling the heart pumping a little bit. Okay, so from here, let's just sweep the arms back up to standing. Inhale. Take the right hand around the left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch. Switch sides. Off to the left. Good. Stand up tall. Forward fold down. Flat back. Palms of the mat, step or hop back. Chaturanga down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Good, let's drop to our knees. So from here, we're gonna take camel pose as our back bend. So in camel pose, you may or may not need 2 blocks. If you don't have a blanket, just roll the mat over 1, 2, 3, 4 times. The more you roll the mat up, the more cushion you'll have for your knees. So knees up onto the block or to the mat. All right, so you want space in your low back in this pose, and I'm gonna give some options for everyone. Some people prefer to have blocks. Have blocks next to your ankles. Really nice just to have like a nice support too. All right, in this one, you want to be able to tuck your tailbone under. Sternum is lifting. So again, long spine. Now your hips and knees stay in line. So the whole time, your thighs push forward. And we're just gonna start out easy. Right arm, extend the right arm up. Keep lifting up, keep tucking your tailbone, keep pushing your thighs forward. Look over the left shoulder. There's a block. Left hand on the block or left hand on the heel. And it doesn't matter, just whatever feels better for your low back. We don't want any discomfort in the low back. So I'll take the option of the block, tailbone under, keep pushing your thighs forward. What we don't want to see is this. This is not camel pose. You want to be able to keep the thighs forward, hand on the heel, hand on the block. Reach up. Keep everything as is, switch sides. Switch sides. Squeeze your glutes if you need to. One more time. Hold. Maybe try the left hand down also. Tuck the tailbone, push your thighs forward. And again, you can have the hands on the heels too. Doesn't matter. Open the chest, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes if you need to. Head relaxes back last. Good, left arm, reach it up. Lift up and down into child's pose. So that's a really deep back bend, but really, really good for that front body stretch. Good. Couple more breaths. Good, let's start to take our torso tall, sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna take a seated twist. All right, so I'll give you guys the option for your seated twist. Option one, left leg's gonna be straight. Bend your right knee, plant the left foot to the outside of your left thigh. There's option one. Otherwise, you could bend that bottom knee and slide the foot next to your hip. So if you take this option, Matsyendrasana, I don't want you to slide this heel under your hip like this. You want to be able to walk it out. So I'll kind of give you that option where you can see where I'm going to take this. Right arm will circle around behind your hip. Do not have that right hand out here. Slide it behind the hip. Palm fist or fingertips. This helps to lengthen your spine tall. Left hand is going to wrap around the right thigh or knee. Okay, whatever's comfortable for you. If you have this left leg straight, keep it straight, perfectly fine. If you're in this position, keep this right hip pushing down to the mat, sternum tall, turn your gaze and look to the right. Those that have been in my classes, I usually have you take this left hand and grab this left heel. And really open, broaden your collarbones, shoulders are back, especially this back shoulder. Don't let it round forward, push it back. Sternum taller. And try to get your eyes as far back behind you as you possibly can. The inhale, you're lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting deeper. Good. First, turn the head forward. Then unwind. Let's do just a quick little counter twist to the left. And then back to center. Good, let's switch. Right leg straight, left knee bends. And now you're gonna bend that bottom knee, slide the foot next to the hip, or keep that bottom leg straight. No right or wrong, just whatever you like to work with. Hip down, left palm behind the left hip. So whatever you did on the right side, let's do that same thing on this side. First, turn the gaze forward, allow the body to follow for the counter twist to the right. Good, and back to center. All right, so now I'm just gonna have you straighten your legs out, very slowly lower down to your back. From here, what I'd have you do is just start out with any inversion practice that you have, Definitely dolphin pose if you're working on any of the inversions. Headstand, handstand, forearm stand. Shoulder stand specifically, I'd love you to master that first, dolphin or shoulder stand. Otherwise, if inversions are not in your practice, I'm going to have you work your way down onto your back for Shavasana. You can always pause and do your inversions and then come back to this. And then right now, just separate the legs mat width apart, arms down along the sides, close your eyes, separate the lips. Allow your breath to now just have its natural inflow and natural exflow. And give yourself at least 5 minutes here in Shavasana. If you can for longer, 10 to 15 minutes. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste.